Hello, everyone. I hope you can all hear me. Hope everything is. Can you
Hello.
hear me?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Woo.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Just one
Uh,
of those things, I suppose.
yeah, not a big deal.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yay. She's back.
I'm back in business. Hope everybody's doing all right. We had a little bit of technical difficulties at the beginning, but I think I've got it all squared away, so we should be good to go.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. I'm glad y'all can hear me. Not that that's anything great, but
Yes, it is. Shush. But I was telling a
oh,
story. I was telling a story. So I decided I was going to go get cigarettes at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
uh-huh.
So I got on my bike and, there's no traffic. So like I live a block away from the Michigan State Highway, and that goes all the way through town. So and there's no traffic on there at night. So got on there, was riding down the road, and it's only maybe a quarter of a mile, maybe a little bit longer than that to the store.
Mm-hmm.
So so I'm going, and I get probably, a quarter of the way there, and I see something on my side, and I'm like, okay, that's a freaking skunk. So it was probably like 1 or 2 feet up on the curb,
Uh-huh.
and I'm riding right by the curb. And so I just veer. I'm just and I veer into the middle of the road, and then I go, "Hey, hush it up." So anyways, I go over to the side, and I see this skunk riding right by the curb.
What the heck happened? Sally, you're frozen. You froze up. The never-ending skunk story. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's just one of those mornings where we need to just crawl back in bed. I don't know. Sally, let's see. I'm going to cancel that one out. Um, Sally, you're frozen. You. Okay, there she comes. I think maybe. Maybe. Poor thing. What the heck was that? Oh. So, let me see what's going on in the chat while we. Yeah, might be a redo on the day. Oh my gosh. The song that never ends goes on and on, my friend. People started. I can't remember the rest of it. It's too long. Come on, Sally. Come on. She'll be back. Good morning, Turtle Trader. Yep, you have to rework those lyrics there. Oh, yeah. So I I did some rearranging last night. I actually, all I did really was I just moved the desk that was in my office in the other room. I just moved the desk in here, which is really it's not that difficult to do, but um, it was a little bit heavy. I'll admit that, but you know, um, I got it in here, and what I wanted was to move that desk out of there so I could have that all for inventory. Um, and then it'll give me a little bit more room to work in here. So I put like all of my shipping stuff on this desk, and then I just have this desk for my computer and stuff. The skunk mafia pulled the plug on that shit. Well, let's see. I guess I hope she's okay. Okay. So I just put a message in. I figured she'd be right back, but apparently she's not. Anyway, looks like a lot more room for activities. Yeah, you know, I was growing out of that room, so I just need to make a. I didn't that me and Eric were talking about this earlier or the other day, and he said, "Well, I try to keep all of my eBay stuff in one area. Will you put your photo stuff in the living room too, or leave it where it was?" Well, see, what I'm thinking is I'm probably going to. Well, I'm not putting the um, my photo stuff in here. What I'll do is, so my room that currently houses my inventory, my listed inventory, a little bit of a glare. Um, that is that's completely full. Oh, she had a power outage, so she should be back here pretty soon. That's what happened with her. It's just one of those days, I think. Let's just go back to bed. um, so what was I saying? So yeah, the first bedroom, it's a 3-bedroom house. So the first bedroom has all of my listed inventory in it, which is completely filled to the max. Um, the second bedroom is where I had my office slash unlisted stuff. Um, and it's a little bit bigger. The bedrooms in this house are not big, by any means, but it's a little bit bigger than the first bedroom. The third bedroom is my bedroom, and I also have some listed stuff in there. Um, so I just kind of I want to move it all together. I want to organize it more, make it a little bit easier for me to find stuff when it's time to find stuff, um, and make it a little more functional. Um, as far as my pictures, so currently I have my mannequin and my umbrella lights on in the laundry room, basically the back porch. There's there's actually a place by the hot water heater that might put it was like a 2x4, and it went across. And originally what it was for was so I could like hang clothes up when I've washed them, but I let them air dry. That was the original reason he put that up. But it actually works well for me to put what do you call it? My, uh, the white thingy, the white thing that goes, my backdrop. Yeah, that's what it's called. Um, so, uh, so I'm going to leave that stuff there because that actually works well. Um, it's a good function. It's too bad that this house is not big enough for everything. So I just got to make it work. Backdrop. That's right. Um, and then my flat lay, I actually have a table with some side lights, and I'm actually going to put that in the first bedroom with my unlisted items. So, you know, um, that's kind of where I'm at. Hopefully everything will work out okay. So I kind of got, I did, I'm a note taker. I make lists all the time. So I made this little list, phase 1, phase 2. But I think as far as I could see, phase 1 is done. Because I got the computer in here, I got the desk in here, got all the drawers cleaned out. So that one's done. So now it's just basically, moving all of the unlisted stuff out of the second bedroom and getting that more organized, and then moving the listed stuff into the second bedroom. I know it sounds kind of confusing, but my thing is, when I had 27 packages to package up, probably a good part of that was I was I was looking for stuff, and that just didn't sit well with me. So, um, I knew that something needed to get done because basically I have my inventory in totes, and because there's a lot of men's shirts and women's shirts, I think I have 4 totes of like women's shirts. So, that's, I have an idea on how to kind of arrange those totes so they'll be a little easier in finding stuff, but also so it'll be easier to find things, and it will be functional to the room that I'm in also. So, and I kind of had an idea of, just arranging them in the totes. Silver Hair says maybe pin them to your shirt. Oh, no, so Silverhair didn't say that. Hank Allen said that. Yeah. I use them. They're functional for me. I usually make a list every morning of the things, my honeydew list basically. Um, of things that I need to do. There's always stuff to do. Um, but that seemed to be, I mean, you can buy, the equipment that you need. I bought the lighting and all of that, but every you have to keep going forward, and there's definitely things that I can do to improve the process, kind of streamline the process. Um, so I want to be able to do that. Um, and I've actually been thinking of my mother-in-law she's 74, 73 maybe, 73, 74. She's, she has all of her faculties and everything, But she is a, let's see, she's home by herself. Her husband's out on the road. He's a truck driver. He's 74 also, still driving. Her son lives there, but he's a truck driver also, so he's not home a lot. So a lot of times, she's there by herself. And she still drives and everything, and she's fine with that. So what I'm trying to figure out is I'd like to see if maybe I could create some work for her, which there's work, you know, there's work to be done, but I want, before I even mention it to her, because I don't want to get her hopes up, but so I want to work something out. So possibly maybe 1 or 2 days a week, maybe she can come over and help me. Um, so that's an option. Um, and I'm sure if I said, if you want to come over and help me, I'll pay you, she would probably not take the pay. She would just say, oh, yeah, it'd be great to have something to do. So I don't know. That's something that's a possibility. I'm not going to say I'm going to hire her, or, you know, I just may, recruit some family for some help. Depends on how busy it stays, because I am a kind of a one-man band. It's kind of different. Um, and if things keep going the way they are, either I'm going to have to learn to deal with it, or, you know, incorporate some help. So that's an option. Not saying it's a for sure thing. Like I said, I don't want to even bring up the subject until I know for sure that that's what I'm going to need. And um, maybe in when it gets closer to uh, October, November, December, you know, that may I, that may be a reality, and I'll have to, you know, might have to work on that a little bit, but that's a possibility. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I was taking up all the time here. Grandma Magic Classic says customer said 1 week after using a vintage item, it stopped working and wants a return. It's a vintage game system, and it sounds like they broke it. Do I still have to return? Do I still have to accept the return? Yes. Um, as long as it's within that. Oh, it said 1 week. Has it been 30 days since you bought the item? Or yeah, since the item sold. So you have a 30-day warranty, or a 30-day return system um, in place. So if it's within the 30 days, then yeah, you do need to give a um, you need to, you know, make them whole and refund them. But they said it worked when they got it. I don't know. I don't know. What do you all say about that? That's the sticky, but if they use it and break it, it voids the transaction. Mm, said it worked with, but if they use it and break it, it voids the transaction. Yeah, I mean, I really don't think so. I think you still are liable for a refund for them. Um, Even though it's vintage, I mean, basically, when you put a 30-day return out there, what's your return policy? If something I sold, the top and spills wine on it. Yeah. That's true. That's true. It's just like a retail store. You can return regardless. So I will be out $30 because they broke it. Yeah, like Jason said, it's like a retail store. You can return regardless. Um, yeah, 30 days. I mean, would you, if you, are you going to have them return the item to you? I don't know. I think that's a slippery slope, and I think you should give eBay a call. Because I mean, there's two ways to look at it. Yes, they have to return it to you in the condition it was in when it was listed. Yes, I understand that. Um, but also you're putting, when you put that 30-day return, it's not the 30-day return isn't there's not stipulation. I mean, whether they want it or not. Um, I don't know. I just think truthfully, if it was me, I'd just refund them. I mean, that's that, and not have them ship it back because that's going to be, on your dime too. Yeah. I don't know. That's that's a tough question to answer. Because I don't really know. Um, I don't know. I mean, there's two ways to look at it. Me, I would just, if it was me, yeah, it would suck that um that it was broke or that it broke after they got it, but you still have to honor that, you know. Yeah, I mean that's definitely an option. I want them to have to I want to have them ship it back so I can see if it's repairable. Well, the good thing is you can also they can pay for the shipping. Let's see. eBay states return the item in the same condition as you received it. See the item condition policy for returns for more information. Yeah. You yeah. I don't know. That's a tough question, and I think for me, I really want to make my customer whole in a sense. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know where anybody's at. Maybe I need to put the link out there again because this one is the new one. And see if maybe we can get some new, get some other thoughts on that because I think it would be good. Um, so let me, because I don't know. I know what I would do, but it's definitely not what everybody would do. So, and I completely get that. I understand. Um, Let me see if I can get Nikki in here. I don't know if she's available or not. But I don't, I mean, if you, that's real slippery because how do you handle that? I don't know. Um, yeah, Craig Murray says, could it be considered two different things, especially with electronics, some physical condition, but functionally it stopped working? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I would totally do that. Um, oh, okay. So, Nikki says, try again, please. Um, yeah, see, there's different, thoughts to this. Lola, Val is calling a lifeline. Yeah, that's totally it. I mean, I need some, no, I don't need backup, but yeah, and that's the thing too, is they can go through PayPal if, if eBay doesn't stand behind it, PayPal will. I'd just refund it. But wait for a minute and see what Nikki says and everybody else says. Whoever can come in. Let's see if we can get Nikki in here again. Because, something like this, I think you need different ways that people will handle it. I told you what I would do, but that doesn't mean that it is the absolute way to go. There might be other options out there. And I might be doing the wrong thing. I just feel like, yeah, if they want to be an ass, they'll probably win. And the aggravation will put yourself through. It's unnecessary. I don't know.
Good morning.
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 Man.
I was just sitting there listening to you, thinking, well, she'll remember me one of these minutes.
Well,
Well,
sorry.
sorry. No, I'm just teasing you. Yeah, I was just laying there resting, listening to you.
Uh,
So the
horrible.
thing of Grandma Magic Classics,
Hmm.
once it's been used and broke, if they admitted that it worked when they got it, I would call eBay on that because I don't think you have to accept the return. I know it's within the 180 days or the 30 days or whatever, but if they took it and broke it themselves, if they admitted that it worked when they got it, well, I don't know, because I mean, if they physically broke it, if they physically damaged it, like being rough with it or something, I would think you wouldn't have to take the return. But it being a vintage electronic, things have to work for a certain amount of time also. I mean, they can't, like if we buy something at Walmart and
that's
it doesn't, and it quits working within 30 days, I'm bringing that bitch back.
yeah.
So I would think that if it was just being a vintage electronic and it quit working, yes, you would have to do the return. But if it was, if they had admitted like they dropped it or something like that, then no.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've got a
I've
horrible
got a horrible
feedback here.
feedback here. Oh, is it me? Sorry.
I don't know what. I don't know. Sally, her what do you call it? Power went out, so she said she'd be come on as soon as she could. Yeah. Um,
Did the feedback go away when I put myself on mute?
I think so. Yeah. We're good now.
Oh, well, no.
Huh?
Huh? Oh, well, no.
No.
No. No what?
I have
I have
feedback.
feedback. You do? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, Megan has a good point there. If it didn't arrive broken, so it arrived working, you should not have to pay the return shipping. Correct. And as long as you've done everything you're supposed to, you may be surprised and eBay may just refund them and let you keep the money. That's right.
That's right.
Um, most definitely.
Yeah,
That's what I would
that's
do.
what I would do. I think it has to last, though. I mean, if it quit working naturally within the 30 days, I think you're going to have to refund the money. But just give eBay a call. They'll walk you through it.
Yeah, I definitely think it's one of those things where you should call eBay and ask them, what you should do. Um, see what they say. And all they can say is no, or, it's all on you. So, let's see here.
Oh, well, now is it okay now?
No.
No. No?
I don't. I muted myself. I don't know if that worked or not, but probably not.
No, I don't hear any feedback from you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello? Yeah?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got
I
big
got
big echo.
big echo.
Yeah, that's the thing too is, keep us in the loop too so we know, it's good to know that kind of stuff. Uh, let's see. Sassy Seller says I had a cell phone I bought on eBay. It worked for 2 weeks and then just stopped. Store had 60-day return policy. I asked for a return. I sent the phone back and gave good feedback. Yeah. that's the protection. It sucks for the seller because, I mean, you sold an item, it broke, you're out money because you don't get that item back and you can't sell it again. So it's screwed up for you, but you still have to honor that return policy. I mean, if it's the same thing if you bought something at Walmart, you bought a computer at Walmart and it stopped working, of course you're going to take it back. If they say, sorry, piss on you, we're not gonna stand by that. You'd be a little pissed off spending, $400 or $500 on a computer and they not um, stand by their return policy. That's the way I see it. But yeah, just let us know what they say if you call, and then go from there. I kind of had the same thing. It wasn't an electronic game, but it was messed up. Sorry, I was looking out the window. It was kind of messed up because I I had this game and it was a vintage game. It was called Booby Trap or something. So I had this game and it was, in a box. It was factory sealed, which is I thought was weird because it was like a 1950s, 1960s game. And the box clearly represented, um, it was dated. So anyway, but I mean, it was still in really good condition. It was factory sealed. So I thought, okay, this is going to go good. And because it was factory sealed, so I thought, of course I thought everything was intact you know, and I didn't open it because it was factory sealed. I mean, I didn't want to ruin that. And when it's factory sealed, you think everything is, new. Anyway, customer sent me an email, said, I just wanted to let you know that I received this game. I was so excited to get it. I was going to, play it with my grandkids. But when I opened it, there was things in there that was like snapped in half. All the pieces weren't there. It was awful because then I'm thinking, okay, um, somebody, heat wrapped that. They put the plastic around it to make it look brand new, or new old stock basically. So he's like, I didn't want to, I didn't, everything was good, but the item just didn't, he says I can't use something that's all broke up, so I just threw it away. I said, okay. Didn't sound or didn't seem like, I didn't get a gut feeling that, he was trying to scam me. So, the right thing to do for me, I just gave him a full refund and was, that it's over. I don't worry about it. I don't have to worry about, anything else. I know that he's, made whole again, and you want to do that because you want those people to come back, even though you don't want them to come back to you. You still want them to come back and buy items. I mean, it's not like they did anything wrong, but I don't know. Hank on Cash says
Well,
I got phone calls coming in. Yeah, gotta run. Bye, Hank. What were you going to say,
Is the
Nick?
feed? Well, first of all, is the feedback better?
Hello, hello. Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
Second of all, why would he have thrown the game away? Why wouldn't he have returned it?
He was not looking for a return. He was not looking for a refund. He
Oh,
just was letting me know
that he was
that
pissed. Oh,
that's what he received. And
okay.
he was okay. I mean, he wasn't okay with it. He just wanted to let me know. And
Yeah.
maybe he was thinking if he let me know, the right thing to do, of course, would be to give a refund.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't even question it. He said that it was broke. And maybe I'm a little too trusting with that. If somebody tells
I
me,
am too.
I received this broken, you know, I don't know.
I'm pretty trusting with that myself because I in all the years that I've sold on eBay, I've only felt one time that I felt like I was being scammed,
Hmm.
and um, yeah, there was only one time. So, and I've been selling for years and years and years and
I
years.
think you
So,
I think you really have to I think you have to go with your gut on it.
yeah,
Like this situation with Grandma Magic Classics, you know,
I don't think it's somebody scamming because
no,
why
I
they
don't
would
think
just
so
say it
either.
arrived damaged. Why would they say, well, I used it for a week, it worked, now it doesn't? Um, I would tell them if they want to keep. I would tell me personally. I would tell them if they want to keep it. Well, it depends on how much I have into it. If I've only
Hmm.
got a couple bucks into it, it's probably not worth sending it back. What is it, anyways? Like a game console or what?
I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is.
Mm. I mean, is it worth having it sent back? First of
That's
all,
what
is
I
what
was
I would
saying.
like.
She was
Like I
she
sell
was
old.
saying, yeah, she was saying that she was $30. It was gonna be a $30 loss for her. Um, but that's not. I don't even
Oh,
think that's counting them shipping it back. Um,
yeah. So, I mean, first of all, like right now in my business, $30 really isn't that big of a deal. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but it's not going to put me out of business. But if it's something that is going to cost way too much to ship back, is it worth it? Because I can't resell it. I would just refund them, tell them to dispose of it or whatever. Or if it's something that I could get sent back and I could resell it, even for parts, and still make a profit, then I would tell them if they want to keep it, I'll give them a partial refund. If they do want to send it back, then once I get it back, I'll give them a full refund. But because I have a feeling eBay's going to tell her that she's got to refund them
yeah,
because, like we said, within 30 days, it's got to be working for at least 30 days. Otherwise, you don't really have a case, I don't think.
right. I just,
Unless they admitted to physically damaging it, like dropping it or something like
right,
that.
right. And you don't really know what they
Or if it,
do, what they're. I mean, it
yeah, but
for all you know, she said it was a game system.
yeah. I mean, if it
I
was
mean,
dropped and physically damaged, then no, I don't think you would have to give them the money back. But
but really, how are you going to know? I mean, they're really not, you know.
yeah, it's a gut thing. You got to go.
And that's the thing too is, if I bought something and I did something where I dropped the item and it broke
Yeah,
and it did not work anymore, that's on me.
yeah,
That's what I would think. That's how I would react to it because, you know, that's on me. It's not like, you bought it and you were using it and it stopped working for no reason. I mean, that's clearly, you know, somebody's got to represent that item.
yeah,
But if I broke it, I'm not gonna go back to the. the seller and say, hey, you know, you need to figure this out, or, you know, give me money, you know.
Yeah.
But you can't guarantee that those old things will last. This is true. It's true. Okay, I'm
Now,
gonna
if
go.
you sold
I'm
it for parts are not working, then you don't have to worry about it. But I would just call eBay just to be on the safe side. But I'm sure they're going to tell you got to refund them. So she must have to go get the dogs or something. I'm not watching the chat here. Hold on a second. Let me grab my phone.
Here I am talking. It doesn't work very well if you have it on mute.
An old Omni system. I have $13 what I paid and $10 into shipping, and then another $10 for shipping. Yeah. I know you can't guarantee that those old things will last, but I really honestly think eBay is going to tell her she has to.
Yeah, don't, you know, that's what you got to do. Just call them, see what they say, and you know, they can either say yay or nay, and then you go with that. And
Yeah. Yeah, my
but
advice would be just give eBay a call and
don't
see.
let it get you down, though.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I wonder how Sally's doing. Um, let me look here. I think I need to put. I'm gonna put the new link in. I don't know that I got that in yet. 'Cause I suck. I'll do that one. And then we'll do this one. Man, it's a thundering and a lightning and all that good stuff out there. I didn't realize that we were that. It said that we were going to be having storms today, but I didn't realize that they were that close. Yeah. Yeah. I really, you know, just kind of go with it and see what happens. Call eBay, see what they think. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything if you do call eBay, and see what happens. Um, so how's everybody doing this morning? I know we kind of got off on a rocky start. You know, just things happening and things not working. But I hope everybody's having a good day. And I think I ended up with 3 sales yesterday. So that reminds me I need to get in there, and I guess I could take them to the post office later, but I was up until about 1, working on this. I moved the desk, which it's kind of difficult because the house is so small. It's, you know, there's not a whole lot of room to uh, maneuver around things, around corners and things. And when, you know, it's just me, it's I was trying to fit through little spaces, you know, trying to squeeze by, and and everything, but we made it. We got it in. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, getting old, it sucks. I thought I'd be a lot sorer than I am today. It probably won't set in until tomorrow, especially with the rain. But yeah. So I like it. It's a good change. The only thing that I don't like, and I know that it's probably dumb, but I don't like this view because my house is kind of in disarray. So I don't really like that. Like the couch, and it sounds horrible, but my couch, I mean, it's just me and the dogs here. Nobody comes over to stay, you know. So the couch is the dogs. That's what they lay on. And it sounds horrible, but that's the way it is. Um and so there's blankets on it, and there's, I keep a sheet on it just to keep it somewhat clean. And but it kind of looks trashy, so I was like, oh, I gotta readjust here. um Silverhair Stacker says, that was pretty close there. I was having a good morning until I couldn't find a watch I sold. Wow. That was house shaking. Did y'all hear that? That was crazy. Yeah, it's the living room and the kitchen, and they're kind of together. They're separated by a bar, and I mean, it's not a bad size kitchen, but um, yeah. So it kind of shows just a new look, even though it's not the look I don't know. I'm past that. I'll get over it. But good morning, Robin. Hope everybody's having a good day. Sounds like it's raining in a lot of places this morning. Um, yeah, I heard that we're supposed to be getting some good storms, and I don't know if it's good storms, but we needed the rain. I haven't mowed for 2 weeks because I spy the bong on the countertop. Yeah, let's see where that is. There's no bong there. You're crazy. I have not done the haul video yet, though. I have not done it yet, but I still have all the stuff, so I'm gonna have to do that here.
Oh,
I am in Kansas, northeast Kansas, about 20 miles from the Missouri border, from the Nebraska border. I'm kind of at that Four Corners area. Um, so yeah,
I'm not watching the chat because I can't get any service on my phone right now.
okay,
My phone's sucking right now.
no worries.
They gave me a $500 bill though that I gotta pay. They don't mind giving me that.
That's true. They don't have no problem doing that at all. Oh,
You do have a cute house. Looks like it's huge. I was gonna
it
say, you have 3 bedrooms there. How are you running our room? You just gotta readjust, I think.
yeah, I think, well, truthfully, I mean, originally it was a 2-bedroom house, but the rooms are like super super small. Like the first bedroom, I you can't even call that a bedroom because I don't even know if a bed would fit in there.
Oh.
Um, and that's how small that is. Um, and then the second bedroom, we had a queen size bed, and that barely fit. I mean, we basically had enough room for a small TV stand a dresser, and that was the only thing that would fit in that room, and the bed. That was it. Um, and that was completely, all the space was taken up. So, and then the room that I'm in now is actually the larger of the two, or of the three. And that was an add-on, and it's actually a step down, which, is fine. But I don't think, I don't want to put my bed in the second bedroom, because that's where we used to sleep, and that's just weird. So, yeah. So I just kind of have to work around it and figure out, a way that's going to work for me. So,
Yeah. Put your bed in the living room. If you don't get company, why not?
it's a good possibility. I'd have a lot more room, but that was the thing, is I do not want to put my eBay stuff. I don't plan on bringing any of my eBay stuff into the living room.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of like your sanctuary,
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be the limit here. But like you said, I think I just have to adjust, and rearrange things so it works, and
Yeah.
we should be good. My gosh. It's coming down.
It was supposed to rain today, but it's sunny shiny out. Sunshiny out.
Yeah.
I didn't go to town this morning to work in the storage shed because it was supposed to rain, but now it's sunshine. I don't know.
Of course. Of course it is. Oh. But yeah.
I get some work done here, God forbid.
Yeah. But that's kind of my plan today, is I'm going to work on I'm going to get some listing done. And then I'm going to probably work on my inventory and try to get that straightened out. I need to get some shipping done too this morning. Thrift Daddy says, how is sourcing in Kansas? Do you have lots of auctions and estate sales?
I bet there's lots of auctions.
There are auctions. A lot of them are farm auctions. Estate sales, really in the bigger cities, there's a lot of estate sales. I don't have them, like, I'm in an area where the nearest town is, or the nearest big city or larger city is, an hour to 2 hours away. So I'm kind of in a desolate area. So I do a lot of thrift stores. I go to the bins every once in a while and get quite a bit of stuff there. And that's really how I source.
You should check out some of them farm auctions.
Yeah, I think
farm
I'm a little.
auctions,
I think I'm kind of intimidated about that. Just because I don't know what a lot of those things are.
because farm auctions aren't all just machinery. They pull out a lot of farm auctions. It's the whole estate.
Yeah.
They just call them farm auctions because there's going to be farm equipment.
Right. But there's still household items and stuff like that with
all
those.
the farm auctions I go to, there are. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I might have to look into that.
I mean, you're talking about moving and stuff and running out of space. I mean, you probably don't have room for a farm auction.
I mean, I do have a garage that's fairly open. So, I could, if I got a big lot of stuff, and I do have a
Yeah.
pickup, so I can haul that kind of stuff, but do I really want to do that? Do I really want to bring larger items in? And I don't know.
Well,
That's why I'm kind of good with clothes right now.
yeah.
But my plan is, when I'm ready to move, I'm probably going to um, either put some stuff in lots, or I'm probably just going to donate it.
Yeah.
I'm probably just going to donate it, and then whenever I get to where I'm going, then I'll start up, and I'll assess the area and see what my best options are and go from there. And that's kind of how I'm looking at it
Yeah.
um, for right now. I don't know how my living situation is going to be when I do move. So all those things come into play. So, it's not just, yes, I want to still have my business. And if I just, if I source and list clothing, I'm okay with that. But, you know,
Yeah.
wherever I go, it may not be, I may not have that option. I may not, may have to source other things. So I don't know. It's kind of exciting, but kind of scary at the same time. You don't know what the future is going to bring. And so, and it's probably going
Yeah.
to be I would say another 6 to 8 months, maybe even longer before I move. So probably next spring, summer is what I'm looking
Yeah.
at.
A few years ago, I used to actually be pretty good at selling clothes. I actually sold quite a few clothes, but then I
I
kind of got out of it, and now it just sits and sits and sits.
I enjoy it. I really, I really do enjoy it. And it's not just because of the brand names or anything. I don't know. It's one of those things that I like to do. And yes,
Yeah.
it's not very lucrative. Um, it can be in some situations when you find that home run item or whatever, and I think, and it sounds horrible, but I have another income. So I think if it was all based on, like, everything was based on my earnings
Yeah.
from eBay, and I didn't have that other income, I think it would be a little bit different. But I like it.
Well, if you
Um,
enjoy it, that's what matters. That's why we
yeah.
do what we do.
I mean, I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. I would find something else to. And I really tried to work around that because I didn't think that I would. I'm not a big clothing person. I don't, I'm not stylish or anything like that. So I didn't think that that would be my thing. So I
Yeah.
got into purses, which I really didn't like. I got into shoes, which I really didn't like. Um, and then I just kind of dove in. I started doing a little bit of clothing, and it it's what I like.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, Robin. She's painting one of the walls in the basement office white tonight so she can photo and list clothing without a backdrop.
Yeah. That's
That's
good.
very smart. Very good. Great idea. Oh my goodness.
Make sure it's a nice satiny paint so you can keep it glossy paint so you can keep it clean or satiny. I guess not
What'd you say?
glossy because of the. I
Yeah.
guess not glossy because of the photos, but like satin or whatever, so you can keep it nice and clean.
Yeah, like a semi-gloss.
Um, or like a satin, something washable. Anyways, I don't know much about paint, but
Yeah, I think it's. I want to say it's a semi-gloss that you can wash. You can
yeah,
wash or not wash, but I have a satin white paint primer gallon to use, so
hmm,
that should work. That should work fine.
yeah,
That's one thing when we moved into this house. This house was my brother-in-law's, and it was it was gross.
uh-huh.
Basically, he was a truck driver, and so we moved in, or we didn't move it. We had to move him out, and then we were able to move in.
Mm,
So we had to move all of his stuff out before we could do that. So it was kind of like moving twice.
yeah,
I mean, we kept a lot of stuff that was here as far as furniture and stuff, but
hmm,
um, personal stuff, we had to move all that out. So it was interesting. It was hard work, but and then, over the time that, like, a lot of times when he was gone, because he would go over the road, he was gone like usually Sunday to Friday night, he would be back. And so I would have to keep busy, and basically I painted the whole house on the inside. That's what I did while he was gone, doing that. And I have accent walls and stuff like that too. So,
hmm.
um, let's see. Fishing and Picking says, Val, what part of Kansas did you say you live in? I'm in the northwest corner. Northeast?
Northeast,
No,
aren't you?
I might be northeast. I can't remember. I think it's northeast. Northeast corner of, yeah, it's northeast.
Yeah,
So up near Missouri, Nebraska border. Um,
yeah.
so yeah, I had a lot of painting to do, no doubt about it. Um, I did this room, I did the kitchen, um, and then the hallway, the 3 bedrooms. I did all that. So, but it kept me busy.
You said you're on the
Um,
complete other side of the state than Crazy Picker Life, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
you're
He's
northeast.
on. He's over by Hayes. I think it's
Yeah, he's in.
Hayes. He's near the Denver border,
Oh,
the Colorado border. And so, yeah, I'm on the completely opposite side
yeah,
of
so
that.
you're northeast.
But like I said, um, I'm right on the border of Missouri. I think we're like 20 miles from Missouri, 20 miles or so from Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
So, thanks, Diana. Love the color of the room that you're in. Yeah, it's kind of like I don't like white rooms. I like I like, kind of like a tan, or I couldn't even tell you what the name of this is. But it's like a tan beige kind of color.
It's a nice neutral.
Yeah, I don't like white rooms.
You can put
Makes me
almost
feel like
anything
I'm
in
in
there.
a crazy house or something. Oh, Fishing and Picking says my mother's family is from Shawnee and Atchison, but I don't know much about them. Yeah, I I I'm like 20 miles from Atchison, so that's cool.
Hmm.
I don't run into a lot of people that are from this area. So, and truthfully, if I had kids um, nearby that lived here, I wouldn't have any problem staying here.
No.
It's actually, I mean, other than the snow and the cold, I really don't have any problem, being here. But yeah, there's no reason for me to be here if I'm just gonna, be here by myself. I'd rather be
Yeah.
with the kids. So that's the plan. That's the plan. Sally must still be without power.
What, did she have a storm or what?
I don't know. I mean, it was just kind of like, oh, power went
I
out.
saw, I saw she was on in the first
She
part of the
was.
show.
Yeah, she was. And then power went out, and so she must be getting storms up there too. Or maybe they're just, working on something. Who knows? How did you end
That
up
could
in
be true.
Kansas? Oh, man.
Hmm.
That's a good story, actually. Um, I met Mike online, and so we talked for a little bit, and then we decided we wanted to be together, and so he came to California and packed me up and moved me to Kansas, and that's how I got here. My daughters were still in California when I moved, which was difficult. That was a really hard transition, but in a sense, it was probably the best thing that I could have done for them. I mean, they were over eight, they were over 18. I think Julie was um 20. Tina was like 22. She was married. Julie was with her current husband. And if they would have been by themselves, or if I didn't feel comfortable with them being, if they didn't have a significant other, then I would have probably not moved. Um, but it was good because it really kind of made them mature and made them, you know, make right decisions so, they could be functional. Um, so it was good for them, just as much as it was for me too. But that's how I got here. And I've been here 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. Actually, it's kind of weird because August 16th is the day we moved in, and that's
Oh,
today. So it's
well,
been actually 8 years exactly. That's weird.
well.
Creepy.
Mhm.
Yeah, it definitely is a long way. It is a long way. Um, but for me, it was kind of weird how everything like fell into place. Like we got here, we found his brother had this place, and so we didn't have to like go and look for a house. We just moved in here. And then job wise, I think I was um, out of work for 3 weeks. It only took 3 weeks, and I had a job. Um, and so that worked out good. Everything just kind of worked together, and I figured if it didn't if it wasn't meant to be, it wouldn't have worked out like that. So
Yeah.
yeah. Diana sells on eBay. She says I have 4 all grown up too, so the move was easy, and they live up this way. Robin says all you online daters, it would scare me too much. Yep.
Hmm.
Really? Diana says met him on a thrifting board on Yahoo. That's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. So
My
is
bro-
that was kind of
my
cool.
bro- my brother-in-law, a few days before I stopped giving him rides because he got the car, I give him a car. Um, he was telling me that he said, "I'm done trying to find somebody. I'm done with online dating." And I'm like, um, he's my he never really was technically my brother-in-law. I just called him that because he was in the family for 19 years. But
Right.
he was dating my husband's sister, my sister-in-law, for like 19 years. So I call him my brother-in-law. Anyways,
Yeah.
so he went on plentyoffish.com and was talking to this woman, and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, my kid is sick, blah blah." And I take him to the emergency room, and so apparently she did, or so supposedly. And
Mhm.
then she had to get some medicine or whatever. And and she's like, "I can't afford the medicine." And he's like, "Well, give me the pharmacy's number and I'll pay for the medicine." Well, she
Mhm.
gave him the so-called pharmacy's number, and he called that number, and it said this voicemail has not been set up yet. And he's like, "Well, obviously she's trying to scam me out of money because a pharmacy would have a voicemail set up, you know." So
Wow.
he said he's done online.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be. That's the thing. You have to be cautious. You can't, I mean, people can fool you, face to face just as easy as, online. So, because I've had it done, both ways too. So I know exactly, how that goes. But I think you have to be cautious. I think you have to look for the red flags. Not, you know, not so much that you're not able to find anyone. Because I mean, you can
Yeah,
definitely, will yourself out of just finding anybody.
yeah,
Um, but I think you also have to, be prepared. I do, if I find anybody that I'm somewhat even halfway serious about, or just like, I'm going to find out information on them. I'm going to do a background check and I will tell the person that. And I don't have any problem doing that.
yeah.
And if they don't like it, well, then they're not, you know. Most people will say, that's fine, They usually don't have a problem with it. But
Well, I
yeah,
said, how long were you talking to her? He goes, "Oh, a couple weeks." I said, "Why would you offer to pay for medicine for a kid after only knowing her for a couple weeks?"
yeah,
He said, "Well, I thought if I just called the pharmacy and paid for it,
yeah.
like whatever." I gotta let the dog out. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Whining like a baby.
Yeah, I think
Are you
you just,
whining like a
I, I,
baby, Logan?
I think you have to be smart about it. I think you have to be, um, you just can't. You just can't. Yeah, absolutely. Grandma Magic classes, you have to have a credit check too. Find out what's going on. I also give them a chance to, tell me, if there's anything that I need to know. Um, that's why I tell them that I'm going to do a background check. I don't, you know, I've been, you know, through that down that road before where I was, the ditzy blonde that didn't not saying that anything about blonde gals because I'm not, but I didn't think about things, and so yeah, I think you have to work into it and find out if that's the right thing for you, and um, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that I would love really, I would love to have a relationship, but I just have to something will come along. I don't mind dating. I don't mind. I actually enjoy dating. Um, but Megan says my mom was a genealogist. Looks up everybody I know, dating or not. Hey, that's awesome. That is awesome. I mean, sometimes it can kind of be a little awkward, but yeah, that works well. Sally. Where's my sister Sally? Oh, excuse me. Yeah, love makes you blind. True. I just think it's just something that you know, you have to. I keep my eye out, and if there's anything out there, things will work out to bring them to me or bring us together or whatever. But and that's the thing too is I don't really want to get involved with somebody knowing that I'm going to be moving, because I really don't want anything to kind of get in the way of that either, because it's something that I want to do. So, you know what I mean? It's like I almost said, you know what I mean, Vern? um, I don't know. Anyway, how's y'all sales doing? Sales were pretty slow for me yesterday. I got, I think, 3 sales. Um, kind of getting, what's that called? I used to be pretty content with 3 sales. Now I want more. Getting greedy. No. But, yesterday I didn't list too much. I think I listed 17 during the challenge. And then so it's not too bad. Just wish I would have listed a little more than that. Wow, Diana. She's shipping 7 today. Yesterday it was 11. That's awesome. Yeah. The Comfortable Live said just got power and internet. Well, that's good. Did everything turn out okay last night? Did y'all get a twister or anything? Yeah, I think I have a few actually vinyl um, albums. Sorry about that. I think I sold two men's shirts and a woman's shirt, I think. But I gotta get in there and get them. I'll probably have to go down to the post office and turn them in, which is fine. I can do that every once in a while. Um,
I'm back.
Okie dokie.
Sorry, I almost forgot that I had to go out to the garage and count something for a customer. He bought some locks from me, and he wanted to know what my he bought them a while ago, and then um, and he lives locally, but he bought them off of eBay from me.
Huh.
And now he messaged me last night and asked me exactly how many I had left. Well, it says I had 48 on my listing. I said, but let me just double check to make sure. And sure enough, I do have 48.
Nice. Diana says we had a bad storm up here. Where are you? Where are you, Diana? She said she had a bad storm the other day, looked at my garden, and the next day, around 3 dozen tomatoes, peppers all over the yard. Wow. I felt like a kid gathering Easter eggs.
Which I have the locks listed for $5 a piece, but I think the last time he offered me like $2 and he bought like 10 of them.
Uh-huh.
Um, but still, if he buys them for $2 a piece, that's
Wow.
48 of them.
Yeah.
I bought the box for $1 of them. and there were over 50 some pieces in there.
Nice.
And I think it was either 50 cents or $1 I bought the whole box for.
Hmm.
And yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, that'd be $96 plus the $20 I already made off of them.
Yeah.
Actually
Great.
25 because I sold him 10, and then I sold somebody else a $5 one, a single one. So yeah, it'd be nice if he buys all of them, and he lives locally too. So I mean, even if I wanted to save him shipping, I could say, hey, you want me to just run them over to you? You know?
Yeah.
I shipped his last ones, but
Yeah. That might definitely be an option. All right, Grandma Magic Classics, you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
bye.
Nikki says, or Robin says, Nikki, all the stuff you get at auction for the price you pay makes me jealous.
Yeah, I'm pretty lucky that way.
Yeah.
That's why I always say, if I was ever to move, I don't know what I'd do because I do get good deals at auctions. Now, the deals I get at auctions are not as good as a couple of years ago
Mm-hmm.
because now the eBay sellers have started coming into the auction quite a bit. The main auction I go to, but there's many different auctions around here, and I could drive 45 minutes away and get to good auctions where out in Podunk, USA,
Yeah.
and I could still get some good deals, so, but I still get really good deals because see, what I do is I look for things like what nobody else is looking at. They're all just swarming over like the antiques and the collectibles and stuff. I mean, the high end stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I'm looking for, I'm looking for that stuff too, but I'm not gonna overpay for that stuff because
Right.
first of all, if it's at an auction, chances are it'll be at another auction again because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people will buy stuff from auctions and they'll bring it back to the auction a few weeks later.
Really?
So yeah, and try to sell it, or they'll bring it to the other local auction and try to sell it there for more than what they paid for it.
Huh.
So anyways, so this stuff just keeps coming around. So I mean, if they fight over bidding and stuff, I don't even worry about. I bid up to a certain point and then I'm done. I'm like, oh well, I didn't get it this time.
Right.
But and also, I look for like the dirty boxes, the nastiest boxes they have of stuff. And if I see one item in there that's worth at least 20-25 bucks, I'll buy that. I'll buy that box.
Wow.
And I'll take it home and I'll clean everything. But see, nobody looks at those dirty, nasty boxes
Mm-hmm.
because they think it's all shit in there and they don't want to deal with it. Whereas me, I come home, use a little Dawn dish liquid, throw it in the dish pan, and I scrub it up, and it looks as good as new.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and that's how I made a lot of money that way. I would buy boxes or even piles for $1, and because there was that one item in there, and I would bring it home, and most of the time I'd find more than one item that was worth more than $20. And then everything else I would have at a rummage sale, take to the rummage sale, or take big box slots back to the auction, and then just use that money to turn around in the auction. Spend that money at the auction.
Hmm.
Which when I did that, he's a friend of mine, so it probably gave me a discount anyways. But he also gave me a discount on the selling fees too, his commission, because he knew I was going to spend it right back at his place.
Right.
And I didn't make a lot of money bringing it back to the auction, but I've made a lot of money bringing it back or taking it to flea markets or rummage sales, the junk. How when I want to hurry up and get rid of a bunch of stuff, and I'll take it to my rummage sale, and as I'm setting it out, it's like, well, that's kind of an eBay worthy item. Well, I put it out anyways for 50 cents or $1 on my rummage sale table. Nobody will buy it. it up on eBay for 20, 25 bucks, and sure enough, it sells, you know? Yeah, it's funny how I can't barely get 50 cents for something, but somebody on eBay will give me 20, 25 bucks for it.
Yeah. Thrift Daddy
And
asked, do video games get bid up at your auctions?
usually, yes, yeah. I mean, it depends who's there, but yeah, when there's video games or video game consoles, yes, they do get bid up pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I very rarely get that. A couple of years ago, I used to be able to get that stuff hand over fist, but yeah, like I said, the more resellers that come out of the woodwork, because at the time I was just dealing with the old resellers,
Mm-hmm.
the old guys at the auction. Well, they were all just flea market guys. They didn't know about all the games and the game consoles and all that, you know. So I used to be able to get that stuff pretty cheap because they had no clue what it was.
Right. I guess that was
But
a good thing, right? I mean,
yeah, it
because you
seems like
probably
every
got a
year the
lot of
game
things.
just keeps changing, though. You know, I mean, more and more sellers keep coming out of the woodwork to
Yeah.
the auctions, and now there's
Yeah,
these
this
people that don't live. They live quite a ways away from me, probably a couple hours away,
mm-hmm.
and they will buy. They will just buy everything, and they will pay up for everything. And honestly, I've looked at their store before. I don't know how they're making money
Hmm.
because they pay up for everything, and then they go and they sell it on eBay for just a very little profit, but they're still coming up here, driving up here, and driving home and stuff. I mean, I just don't understand. They must have like that Amazon mentality, you know, a couple bucks here or there. most of the time, most of the time, I'm making like 100 times my profit or more. You know, I mean, most of the time, I'm selling things for 3, 4 times my money or more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like my husband, he's like, you don't always have to make like 9,000 times your profit. It's like, well, it's hard to not to, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to, the more you can do that, the better off you are. You
Yeah.
know?
And some of the people at the auction used to laugh at me because I would take out all these just piles and piles of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, look at her hauling away all her shit, you know, all of her junk. But they didn't look at those boxes. They didn't realize that there was gold in those boxes, you know. I
Right.
mean, well, my kind of gold, you know. Um, and I mean, I was the one laughing all the way to the bank, you know, because all they see is me at my rummage sale or my flea market, and they see all this crap out there, you know. But they don't see what I've dug out of those boxes, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. I guess because they've got this eclipse going on, this full eclipse
Yeah,
going on. I think it's next Monday, the
yeah,
21st.
21st.
So I guess we are like, our area is like optimal um, area for you to be able to see this.
Oh,
Like, it's coming straight through Kansas, Missouri area. So people are going crazy around here. I've
cool.
heard, and I don't know if it sounds pretty, it sounds like a lot of people, but somebody told me that we're supposed to have 5 million people in the area
Wow.
coming to see this eclipse.
Hmm.
That's like, I don't know. Makes me not want to believe that because it's such a large number, but I guess it could happen.
Yeah, yeah.
There's people coming from like all over the world to see
Wow,
this.
wow.
So there's, like I said, the auction company, that either the auction house that I usually go to, it is closing for the weekend, and they're renting out their area for camp spots.
Oh,
And yeah, like $20 a camp spot.
nice.
So, and
Well, that's a
Megan
good way
said,
to cash in.
rent out your yard for camping. There's some money.
Yeah, there you go.
Uh, but
Or even
yeah,
parking. You could rent your yard out for parking.
yeah, yeah, I could do that too. But Yeah. So, this weekend, apparently there's like festivals going on
Wow.
and all this. So, I think this weekend I'm just staying inside.
Maybe you should have a rummage sale.
Well, no, I'm just going to stay inside.
Yeah.
Stay inside, be,
Your hermit.
yeah. Mother's Mustache says, we're so excited. We're in the 98% totality. Not sure if we're going to travel to be in the 100%. Yeah, it's crazy. I do need to get some glasses though. I don't even know if they have any around here or not. But yeah, it's supposed to be crazy. There's people like I was talking to my sister-in-law, and of course they have always lived in a place where they just leave their house unlocked. It's not a big
Mm-hmm.
deal. But she said this weekend they will definitely be locking their doors because
Yeah.
there's going to be so many people around.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I think I'm just staying inside. There's
Huh.
going to be a lot of people.
Yeah.
Good morning, Rita. She says, anyone been to a truckload liquidation auction? Never been to one.
No. I've gotten liquidation before, but not at an auction. Well, I've gotten liquidation at an auction before, but not to the extent of what she's talking about.
Right.
Welcome back, Sally.
Hi,
Hey,
I'm back. What a crazy morning.
it's been
These
crazy.
these pilots from, I guess it's from the base here in freaking Michigan, but they're flying over my house like maybe 200 and 300 feet up in the air. It's like so close and scaring me to death every time. I mean, it's like loud. Like, I'm deaf and I can hear them from inside the house. They're that scary.
Huh.
Just been flying over like crazy.
Huh. Yeah, Rita, that's just something that I think you just have to go, find out about, look into, and, see what kind of deals, what kind of deals you can
I
find.
swear to God, Sherry. I swear to God, Sherry. I thought my son was hallucinating because he tells me he walks a lot because he doesn't have a license or anything, but um, he works like 3 miles away. So he walks home from work and stuff. And oh my gosh, he says, you know, all the time he sees skunks on the side of the road and stuff. And I thought he was, kind of imagining it or. But last night, whenever I crossed that road, there was a skunk on the other side
Oh my
of the road. So I had to ride down M55 in the middle. Not kidding you.
Wow.
Thank God there was no traffic. I don't know. I don't know why they are.
Rita says, I know the feeling. They've been practice bombing near my house this morning. My house has been shaking all morning.
Oh
Where the
wow.
heck do you live? And
Practice bombing.
why are they, I hope they don't miss. That'd scare the crap out of me.
Where are you at, Rita? These bomber planes they're like huge jets
Hmm.
that are coming over my house, which is kind of scary.
How many have there been?
3.
Wow.
Making my dogs crazy. Knock it off.
She's
I
near
wonder if they're
Campbell June,
practicing for a reason.
North Carolina. Huh.
Maybe
That's
today's just
interesting.
training day or something.
I think it's just a crazy day. I think everybody needs to go back to bed.
Yeah.
I just think it's that's the way it's been all morning long, and yeah. So I got my desk in, Sally. I about killed myself doing it, but I did it. I didn't think I would be able to. I got it to a certain point, and then I was like completely stuck. Like I couldn't get to the back end of it, and I couldn't move it from where I was. Yeah. Yeah. But I finally mustered up some kind of muscles or something, the strength,
Mhm.
get it done. Megan's actually Rita said they do it all the time. It's just a little close this morning. We pray all the time that they don't miss. Oh my God, I think I would move. The words practice and bombing do not belong in the same sequence. I completely agree. I think I'd be moving. But that's just me. So yeah, it's been one of those interesting mornings. It's been crazy. We had a
Where's your recliner
rainstorm.
at?
Huh?
Where's your recliner?
Right behind me.
Oh, you got everything in there all right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my treadmill, I think I might have to, I don't know what I'll do with that. There's nowhere for it to go. So it may just have to stay there. But, yeah,
Wow.
I, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you. No, I'm not going to show you.
Yeah, show us.
No, I don't want to
Yeah.
show. No, I told you guys what the couch is and the whole deal with that. And so I don't want to show you anything else.
Oh,
It's just my house.
okay.
It's not a big deal. It's really not. I mean, the dogs
House
say
tour. House tour.
no.
House tour.
Hell
House tour.
no. Hell no.
But
One of
don't you
these
dare ask me for one.
days when my house is clean, which will never happen, um, I'll do that. But yeah, ain't gonna happen today. Things are still kind of, I've still got stuff from my haul that I haven't even put away, and so, and I got my suitcases out, and my foot spa, and my computer box. I mean, everything's out. So yeah, but we're gonna get some work done today and get some more. I gotta get some listings up, and then I gotta um, get to work on my inventory. So basically, I gotta move all the unlisted stuff out, move all the listed stuff over, and then move back all the unlisted stuff into the other room. So kind of do a switcheroo. It'll be
Yeah,
okay.
you could do it.
I think I'll like it once it's all done. I think I'll be more comfortable.
Yeah,
That's what I'm hoping for.
that's good. Yeah, I got some work done last night, and so I just
All right.
gotta take
All
some
right.
pictures and stuff. And
Yeah. Mother's mustache says, "Well, let me assure you, from what I can see behind you, your house is hella clean compared to mine." I don't know, man.
Same here.
I don't know. It's pretty bad. But yeah, I mean it's not a bad house, but you know, I've got a lot of just kind of straggling stuff. You know, this bar here, that's usually like that like stores everything, you know. Everything that I don't have a place for
Catch
or I
all.
don't. Yeah, it's a catch-all. It's like a vacuum. Like it just sucks it all in. So, but one of these days we'll get it all taken
So
care
did
of.
you put your other desk in there too?
Yes, I did. I put so where
Okay.
I'm sitting, that's the one desk that has the thing, the uppercase. And then
Hmm.
over here is my desk that I had in the bedroom.
Okay.
And I just kind of cornered them basically in the corner.
That's good.
Works. Yeah. I actually like it.
More.
I think it'll be a little more functional. Because I put all my like shipping stuff on this table, and then of course my computer on this table. So
Hmm.
I might have to move things around a little bit, but I think it'll work. I think we'll be
Yeah,
okay. And that really
that's
wasn't
good.
a huge concern of mine. It was just mainly getting the desk out of there so I could put stuff in there. That was the main concern. So that's done, and now I can move on.
Good.
So let's see what's in.
Hey, Megan, it can't be any worse than what I have behind me right now. So just back yourself up into a corner and you'll be all right.
Oh,
I bet you I got you all beat on the messiest house.
I I don't know. I admit it. I am weird about my house. I don't like, and I was even considering. My thought was to turn everything around, so I'd be like in a corner, and I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be in a corner. So I was like, well, you're gonna have to just suck it up then and let people see your house. So I had to just make a decision basically and deal with it.
Well, it's not like you have nasty dishes and shit stacked up in the kitchen and stuff. I mean,
Right. Right.
that's a normal. That's a
That you
normal
can
lived-in
see.
house. No, that's a normal lived-in house. I mean, our houses all look at like that.
Yeah.
But mine is way worse than yours because I'm doing construction first of all,
Right.
remodeling, and I have all my eBay shit in here and empty boxes and everything else. So I guarantee my house is worse than anybody's.
Thrift Daddy says no one puts baby in the corner.
Yeah, no one puts Valerie. I was thinking that same thing when she was saying that, and I
I
wanted to
know.
say it, but I
Me
didn't
too.
want to interrupt.
Me too.
That's funny.
I was going to say nobody puts Valerie in the corner.
Oh, but yeah, that's what I'll be doing today.
Now I got to hurry up and get my house done because my sister-in-law needs a place to live, and
Oh,
I'll probably be moving her in.
well,
Yeah, I'm gonna get some work done today too.
Otherwise, she's going to have to live in her van. So
yeah, I don't want that, especially with winter coming up and everything.
yeah, she lives with her daughter now, but her daughter is a total bitch. And Like, she got pissed off at her the other day because she farted. So,
Man, I'd be in trouble
yeah,
all the time.
I know.
All the time.
And she's
It's
not
a
even
normal.
a stinky farter. So, you know, most of the
Right.
time her farts, you don't even know she's doing it unless you hear it, you know. Where my husband is nasty, you know, but it's all fine and dandy if he does it, you know. You don't care about that, but if her mother farts, oh my God. Anyway, it's a weird family.
Like, because I wear a CPAP, sometimes, no, I'm not stinky, but really, I mean, I I have gas issues, but usually it's just from like my CPAP. Sometimes I swallow air and I'll get up to go to work at night and I'll sit on the side of the bed and I can barely sit on the side of the bed because my stomach is so pooped out. And it's because of all that, that air that I swallowed.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it'll be coming out both ends like dangerous, but it's not stinky. It's just air.
Yeah.
Yep, this is the Poop and Pee Show.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Poop and Pee Show. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Oh.
So are you going to keep it going for a while or what?
No, actually, I'm probably going to shut it down here pretty quick. Even though we kind of got a rocky start, I'm probably going to go ahead and shut it down. And that way we can get some stuff done and get started on the day. And I don't know what happened to my voice.
I know.
I sound like I'm a boy with puberty. Is that better?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, even though we got started on the wrong foot and things happened and all that, I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up for the day. And it's Wednesday. It's Wacky Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Wacky Wiener Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right, see you guys.
So
have a good day, everybody. See you tomorrow.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hope everything turns out better.
Yeah.